Hey y'all, welcome to my butterfly garden. Today's a great day for a tour. And first we'll start right here in the Wildflower Garden. What a great way to start a video. She wants to get on that Rudbeckia hirta. Here we go. It hasn't been that long since we, went through the Wildflower Garden, so we're just going to take a quick pass through, see how things have grown, and just talk about a few plants that are just being a little extraordinarily beautiful. This white beard tongue is just getting taller, but it's got buds on it, so it should be blooming soon. I think it's going to be gorgeous. It seems very happy here. And then my Rudbeckia mollis, upon further research, is supposed to be tall, like 4 feet tall, and recommends put it in the back of a wildflower garden. Mine's right up front. So it'll be fabulous all the same. Back is relative. It just depends on where you stand. If I were to stand over on the other side, then it would be in the back, right? Then this little guy coming out here, and there's another one coming out the back, Salvia lyrata, and person who recommended paint pens, I tried it on this one. One of you, I'm going to put this right here to make sure we know who that is. And here's what it looks like. It gets blue, like deep purple blue salvia type blooms. One of you, when I filmed the Wildflower Garden before, noticed that some of my signs were faded. This is that, although this one's not faded, but there are some that are, like the fringed blue stars fading. So they said they use paint pens and they don't fade. So I went on Amazon, ordered some paint pens. So this one's written in a paint pen. I do have to say it's a fine point and much easier to write with, but we'll see how long it lasts. I'll link the paint pens below and my Amazon affiliate links. I love this white indigo because it's kind of like a little tree, and it already bloomed, and I hope it will again. It has these really unusually shaped flowers. Oh wait, here's remnants of some. So I hope we get some again. There were white petals coming out. They were kind of an unusual shape, like a curved sort of bell shape. They didn't really open. And then of course right beside it, starry rosinweed. I love the starry rosinweed. Got another one coming up here, about to get some more blooms. And then just down beside it, Rudbeckia hirta. I love that one also, and it is covered with buds. It's going to be gorgeous. And then this cool little plant here is the round leaf thoroughwort, and it's getting ready to bloom too, so we'll be back to look and see what it looks like. But it's kind of cool how it's straggly. It's just this big stick stem that comes up, but then it has this on the end. So I love it though. I love it. Lance leaf coreopsis is coming up all over in little tufts here and there. So it'll be filling in all the empty areas, which is pretty fabulous, as well as the salvia is coming up everywhere too. And then this sweet little aster that is the unnamed aster that still needs to be identified is blooming. One of the cool things about this wildflower garden is it's always fun to come out and see what's blooming, especially since this is my first year spending time with some of these guys, just to see what they do and what the flowers are like. It's kind of fun. And then I can just pick the ones that are my favorites, some of which I already know, and add more and more of them till this garden is jam-packed with native wildflowers. Now moving on to my wetland garden. It now has this beautiful, just enclosed today monarch. There we go. Look how high. In the wetland garden, which I can link the video below in the description to show you how I put this in, but the swamp twin flower that we just added seems to be doing very fine. Arengio integrifolium. This guy did not put up any flowers last year, neither did any of the other ones I have in other spots, so I'm hoping they're going to do it this year because they're incredibly beautiful. And look at my scarlet rose mallow. Look how tall they're getting, and those blooms will be coming. Those incredible red, huge red, scarlet red flowers. And look how pretty the leaves are with the veining. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous plant for a wetland garden. And from there we cross the little walkway to phase 2 of the wetland garden, which has different plants in it. Over here is the home to 3 beautiful clustered bush mints, which I'm also growing for the nectar. Climbing aster, my sleepy hibiscus, frog fruit, host plant for the white peacock, is growing in all below, with a mix of narrow-leaf sunflowers and Elliot's asters coming in as well. So it's pretty incredible how happy everything is here in this wetland garden. Oh, and on the back side, my lizard tails are putting on a show. Or lizard's tail. Are they lizard's tail or lizard tails? Last year they were here all along and didn't do much. I guess they were like deciding to work on their root base, but this year they're coming in. Look how pretty they are. I love the reddish little leaf stem, and wait till you see the flowers they put out. It's going to be incredible. There's another Elliot's aster coming up there. I wish I had a sleepy hibiscus bloom to show you, but I don't. But you can see there's some coming. This thing bloomed all year. It never went dormant. Is so super happy here in this wetland garden. And surprisingly, the shape of the flower of the sleepy hibiscus is closed, but I've seen butterflies land on them and work their way in, so it must be some pretty good nectar. Then right across from the wetland garden is the Monarch Garden, the milkweed garden, milkweed for monarchs. And look at my swamp milkweed grow. I think this is the best showing I've had for swamp milkweed, and it's growing back well and fast from that first round. I am so thrilled. I guess the key is to just get tons of plants, cram them all in there together, and that's what's going to help keep leaves on your plants. Look at this guy. Who are you? Are you eating the milkweed? Are you eating the milkweed? Just don't eat caterpillars. No eating caterpillars. You probably do. Everybody's probably screaming right now, it's a predator. And look at this little monarch caterpillar right here. It's probably getting ready to molt. That's why they leave the plant and usually hang out on the stem. And then here's a sweet little baby in here. Okay, the little guy on the milkweed leaf was a Phyllomitis parvulus. And from what I can tell, It is not harmful. It's a fly that mimics a spider wasp, which that thing is a nasty little creature. But I have my future entomologist friend researching to make sure I have it right, because there really wasn't a lot of information about that little guy. All right, continuing on. In the milkweed garden, my Asclepias incarnata, swamp milkweed, growing back nicely. Couldn't be more pleased with it. It's fabulous. So hopefully I'm gonna get this stuff growing myself. I'm working on it. It's feisty though. It's certainly feisty. And look at my giant milkweed. It's coming back after it was sticks, if you recall. So thrilled, thrilled, thrilled. Although those are all remnants of baby caterpillar eggs, and you can see there's baby caterpillars all over this. So here we go again. And then looking across from my milkweed garden is over where my main flowers and nectar lie. My sort of 3-part nectar garden with some good butterfly favorites, including my zinnias. Look at them all. They are just happy and gorgeous. Look at this one. And this one. And this one. They're just so beautiful. All coming up here together in their own little patch. Protected from my cute little puppies, my little French bulldogs that love to eat zinnias. So this worked out fabulously. There are also some pentas in here, and if you look down, like I showed you before, there's some beautiful little cosmos coming up, the purple. I have scattered more seeds in here, and you can see there's some little seedlings coming up down lower. So it's just going to keep filling in, and I'm going to keep growing more zinnias, and I'll plug them in as needed. And then in my pots along the back that make the border of this bed to keep the dogs out of it, it's full of fabulous things too. More Rudbeckia hirta, which I'm about to get a bloom. There's zinnias, there's cosmos coming up, there's marigolds, there's frog fruit, and more Rudbeckia hirta. These are all in pots that kind of make a wall barrier so the dogs can't get in and eat my zinnias. And just on the other side is this potted zinnia. Look how huge this one is. Look at that. I cannot wait to see its bloom. There's a bunch of different kinds of zinnias, and I have bought a lot of seeds for a lot of them, and I just tend to randomly toss them out. And then here is the gorgeous Mexican sunflower, Tithonia rotundifolia. You know I say it over and over. Butterflies love these. And if you follow me anywhere where I post my photos, you see a lot of pictures, look at the wind, of these flowers with butterflies on them. And I have more coming up. There's one coming up right there. And that little one right there is another one. And then just down over here is another one. So I love it. Oh, and there's another one right over there. And then just across the way is the main red Pentas garden with a beautiful Gulf fritillary butterfly. And look what I found right here, a little maypop coming up with a little egg on it. Oh, you know where that's gonna go. This is where my red Pentas garden started, but now I have red Pentas growing just about all over my garden. You know butterflies absolutely love these. And I've currently got a lot of little ones started. They just need to grow and get bigger, and more will be showing up at the nectary. And also in here are all the pots of zinnias that I did the stadium seeding on. You can see them level up. And then across the back, wait till I show you this one pot. It is just cram packed. Look at this one right here. These are all zinnias. Well, and you can see, oh look, we're starting to bloom. Oh my goodness, it's the first one of these potted ones, and I'm seeing it for the first time right here with you. Oh my gosh, imagine like when this whole thing is just full of those, and they're up on risers, but you don't really see those from out front. You'll just see all these zinnias, but here, there's the pot that they're in, and they're just so dense and lush, and it's going to be fabulous. And here you can kind of see a windy view with my little Ray down there in her chair. This little guy loves sleeping under our new parking spot for our cart. That's like his little place. Ringo. Ringo, sir. You gonna say hi? Say, no, I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. And look who's out here with me today. My sweet Coco. She's still doing all right. Hanging in there. The tumor's still there, and you know, once in a while it starts getting oozy, but she's hanging in there, and actually she's just been loving spending days out here in the garden with me. Huh, sweet girl. Nobody's looking at the camera today, huh? There we go. You got a peek. There. So now I'll do a scroll pan up of the garden from this end, looking down all the way through, down through the Wildflower Garden. And last night, the storms that we had come through, they totally blew over my split leaf. I was just talking about this too. And I haven't gotten back in there. I can't tell if it's like broken off or if it's just leaning over. We're gonna have to do some investigating, but clearly it's blocking my walkway. So that's pretty much the tour of the main sections of my garden, the main walkway where all my flowers are growing and my host plants, and that's what it looks like in April. So maybe I'll have to do another one in May, and we'll see how far things have grown, and we'll definitely see more zinnias blooming. Okay, Ringo has 3 things to tell you. First, tap the like button. Second, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to my channel. And third, if you want to learn more and get access to more videos, then what do you say, Ringo? Join my channel. Become a channel member. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.